Somebody put this beam right in the middle of the bar. Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Jonathan Montgomery. I'm out here in Potomac Village in Potomac, Maryland. About to check out this house. Now, this one, I'm just kind of curious about it because it's been on the market for a long time. And I want to know what's going on, what's really going on. It actually doesn't look bad from the outside. And the neighborhood is really cool. You know, all the houses are unique. It's not a cookie cutter neighborhood. You got some pretty cool stuff going on in the area. But we have this house here and this is it. The architecture is a little different. I thought that it stood out to me when I was looking at properties online, and I just wanted to see what was happening. Maybe there's something on the inside that might surprise us, but then maybe not. Who knows? Anyway, I'm gonna check it out. That's the house behind me. Let me go ahead and open up the door. In the meantime, you guys make sure you subscribe to the channel. Leave some comments about this one. I wanna hear your feedback or read your feedback, and let's go see what's happening. Okay, so here is the house. As you can see, it looked different from the street, and so I thought it was kind of cool. You know, I found it kind of interesting. But here you have like this little courtyard in the front, so that might be, you know, I think that gives you some opportunity to do something decorative here. Probably put out some furniture, make it look real nice and welcoming. And it's a bit hidden behind these shrubs, so someone can kind of come out here and they're, you know, they have some privacy away from the road. Now the street is actually pretty quiet, so it's not like it's a loud, noisy area or anything like that. But you know, it's nice, kind of have your own little courtyard space. Right now, it just looks bland, right? It just looks like, you know, empty space. But this house is vacant. And so let's go in here and check things out. I already opened the front door. All right. And okay, it's clean. Very clean. Got a nice little entryway. That's a cool chandelier. Let's see how it looks when it's all lit up. All right, there you go. All right, so it's a pretty cool house. Nice entryway. All right, Tamika approved. All right, we got this, and the reason I say that, you guys all know by now that my wife, she loves having an entryway instead of just walking into the living area. But we have here a living room, and the floors, I mean, these floors are clean, well finished. I don't see anything that, looks crazy. Looks like they probably just redid the entire floor. Either that or they are brand new. It could go either way, but they look good. But you kind of have a clean slate here with this room. The windows are a little older. You know, we got some stuff going on here. Condensation. Let me see if I can turn on the lights in here. That makes a difference. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like these windows over here. Kind of a custom situation going on. And the shades are, you know, they're kind of subtle. They're kind of hidden. They don't take away from the aesthetic there. All right, so I'm gonna go, what is this for? I always forget what these are for. All right, let's check out this bathroom, the powder room here. All right, it's clean. A lot of white going on. Now, I mean, this is, I don't know. Oh man, okay, so the thing is, this is cool, it's clean, but it feels like I'm in a hospital right now. There's no trim or nothing around the mirror. I mean, these are cool, but at the same time, with the overall aesthetic, just gives you nothing. You know, everything is white. I feel like I just walked into a hospital. There is no character, nothing to make you say, ah, this is exciting. So while it is a blank slate, it's clean. And maybe that's okay. You know, this is just a powder room. It's really cool when you take a powder room and you do something, you add some flair or something to make a person say, ah, yeah, that would inspire them. I'm gonna turn off this light while we're here. Oh, okay. I think we have a whole house fan. That's what this has to do. That has something to do with this. Or no, that's actually a return vent, but there's the filter behind it. All right, anyway, I'm not an HVAC technician. All right, so we have another room here. This looks like this is probably a study. And we have it's clean, right? Everything is clean. There's no dirt in this house. And we have this old school chandelier. That's not a chandelier. Light fixture there. All right. Now, you know, if you're gonna fix this one, this is new. This is clearly new. Why not change that one out? Okay. This thing, you know, clean it, polish it, or why not get one that just matches? Because if you got the money to spend on that, you might as well just do it there. Okay. All right, so now we have this other living room, and this one has super high ceilings, which is cool. You got lots of windows, but again, we are in, man, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Now, these have an antenna, it looks like, maybe an antenna, or there might be some kind of mechanism that plugs in there. But I think that's gonna be the antenna so that way you can operate those windows up there. And I don't see any sort of remote or anything like that. So I'm not quite sure what that might be. This is our Vivint. This is our alarm system, so I don't think that it goes to that. But again, this room is clean. Now, does that help with the staging? I have a feeling that is the problem. If you stage this room, gave it some window coverings, you know, even though it's staged, you give it something to give it some flair, and that will make this house really just stand out because it's clean. I mean, the floors are beautiful. These are gorgeous. You don't see any gaps. The seams are tight, everything is tight, so it actually feels like a brand new floor. It certainly is refinished if they didn't, and it's consistent. So we have this flooring, that flooring right here, we have this tile, it's all new. So that is good, you know? All right, let's check this out. So we have this dining room area here. And again, we got a cool chandelier. Yeah. That's nice. Okay. All right, let's see if we can see what's going on up here, back here. Maybe there's a view. Yeah, not bad. Yeah. You know, you can get some natural light coming on in here while you're eating. Probably want to clean that window, but that's all inside. So whoever is, I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's a lot of streaks in there. So somebody is looking at this house and they're thinking, they will have to spend money on windows, and that is not a cheap proposition because these windows are not off the shelf. That one actually, I don't know. Yeah, no, not with that setup, especially. So they're looking at it and thinking, okay, we gotta buy windows. All right, let's check out this kitchen. Okay, this is a new kitchen. And I'm going to guess that it's IKEA. And that is perfectly okay. All right. Again, the cabinets are, oh yeah, this is, if it's not IKEA, it's certainly IKEA quality. And, you know, that is not a knock to IKEA because they actually make very good cabinets. We have IKEA cabinets. We have the boxes in our house, and then we did custom fronts. And so you can actually do that. And there's a whole nother company. They build fronts for your IKEA cabinets. So they're totally unique. But I've had lots of cabinet builders that do custom stuff, and they vouch for IKEA cabinets. It is funny. But here we go. So we kind of see what's happening with this house. They came in, they said, all right, we're gonna fix this up. They put this island here. And this island is not very big. It is just an island, okay? Okay, it does give you, okay, it gives you enough for drawers. All right, I was gonna say, and we got some cabinets back here. All right. So yeah. Okay. So this kitchen, all right, looks big, but when you look at this island, I don't know if you can tell, but this book is not that large. This is 8.5 this way, or maybe it's 11. All right. I'm trying to see if I can make this book to a page. All right. So yeah, you can kind of see one of these books takes up half of the, so we're looking at maybe about 22 inches wide, not too wide, okay? So you're gonna have some room to get around. That definitely had to be done if you're gonna, has to be ADA compliant. But then we got this new oven, okay, stainless steel. Not very large, but it fits this kitchen. We got the microwave. Okay. The cabinets have a small door. It looks like this would be the door, but actually the small part is the door. Huh. What do we got? Oh, we got a corner thing going on. Okay. All right. Not too bad. Cabinets are not very large. Because when you have that little tiny door, I guess they had to do that on that side. Okay. And then we have this dishwasher. We have the little corner doors there. Okay, and we got some more cabinets over here, so it's not too bad. Everything with the slide out drawers. And of course we have stuff here. So yeah, I don't know what you guys think about that. Let me close this. You know, kitchen's clean. Again, the house is clean. It's a clean house. Just not very exciting. Let's see, what do we have here? Uh-oh, got a door that's stuck. Oh boy, they painted it. That thing, the weather, it's not even budging at all. Oh well. All right. Here's our washer and dryer. We got the Speed Queen. All right, it's a clean little laundry room. All right, we're gonna check out here. Okay, now we have the back porch. Now, this is interesting, okay? Now, one thing, this is an issue for folks, and I just want to explain. So we have this room, and it's not heated right now, except we do have this mini split system over here, right? So technically you have air, you probably have heat because you're gonna get it from there. We have electricity, we got a ceiling fan, we have its own lighting, we have a plug, we have all of that. Now, a lot of homeowners will then try to say, hey, Jonathan, this is living area. It added to the square footage of our home. However, I also have to pay attention to the build quality of the rest of this home, okay? Now, this one is actually pretty well done, but you can tell it's not to the same quality as the rest of the home. And I'm paying attention to the walls and the structure here. That wall there, I mean, that ceiling is some sort of plastic. We have these we have these plastic walls here, plastic and vinyl. There might be some other structure under there, but overall, the build quality is not quite to the level or comparable to the rest of the home. So this is really going to be a porch. No matter how much heat and air and electricity I put in here, they're gonna consider this a porch. Now it's nice, and you could probably come back here and make it really comfortable. But that is an issue that a lot of times homeowners run into, because they're saying, oh, we just added square footage. And it's like, not quite. It looks good though, all right? And then they built this because that's actually the back door, and this was added on. So this used to be a walk up out of the basement to get to the back of to the backyard until they built this porch. All right, so I just want to feel what it looks like back here, or just see. It's not too bad. We don't have any fence on the sides of this house, and there's no fence at all. Actually, that fence belongs to the neighbor, and we have this fence here that looks like it belongs to the neighbor. It's not finished, and we have this retainer wall. But no, this is a cool little back area. All right, you can kind of hang out and enjoy. And if you want, you can come inside the enclosed porch. All right, so we got sliding doors. Again, this tells me again, it's really about the overall quality. This area is not insulated, especially the same way that the rest of the house is. So there you have it. All right, let's go back in here. I'm gonna go through here just because this is the way I entered this space. All right, I'm gonna make sure I lock up, and then I'm gonna turn off. I wonder if, I know I can't get through that. Just wanna see. Okay, we looked in there. All right, what do you guys think about that? Now they didn't put a door right here between the, they should put a door right there between the kitchen and the laundry room, because you're gonna have that thing rumbling and you get all that noise. Yeah, they should have done that differently. All right, let's see, what else do we need to look at? I feel like I'm missing something. We're gonna go upstairs here. All right, what do you guys think about this house? I know somebody's gonna say something. All right, okay, this is cool. I don't know if it's quite the wow factor, but it is different. We got some iron bars here. I don't want to quite say it looks like we're in prison. I don't think that's the look they were going for. In fact, I thought these were gonna be wider when I did see pictures of this on the internet, but they're kind of narrow. So I guess that'd keep, it is what it is. I would be curious to hear your opinions about this feature right here, okay? Does it look cool, or does it feel like, I'm on the fence here, all right, with these iron bars. I thought it was gonna look sweeter when I saw the pictures online, but I'm not sure. All right, we have another room here. It's clean, that's for sure. Got another different style light fixture. The floors are clean. All right, not too bad. So far, we've only seen one bathroom. All right, here's the second one. What do you guys think about that? Yeah, no trim, nothing to make you say, wow. All right. One thing though, you don't feel like there's any dirt in this home. It feels very, I don't know, aesthetic? No, that's not the word that I'm looking for. It feels very clean. Oh my goodness. Oh, it feels antiseptic. That's what it is. That's the word that I'm. Okay. And another room. So, that's interesting. Let's check out this closet. All right. So we have, this is not a very large house. On paper, I think it reads like it's gonna be large, and it certainly looked large, but it's not that big. But I just noticed, okay. So far we have one bathroom, and all right. So I gotta go down here. Again, another style light fixture. See, they should just, wow. I mean, they're doing all kinds of stuff here. Now we have a ceiling fan. I think it would have helped if they just were consistent with their fixtures in this home. And of course, these windows need some work. Now, I do wonder if there's a way that this can be opened and then you close that. You clean that. Yeah, these windows look old. But the house itself, it really does have solid bones, good structure. All right, so we have another bathroom, it looks like here. And see, now this one is, at least we have a different color on the wall. And I tell you what, this house really, this is what can be done, okay? You don't even have to paint everything. You really don't even have to decorate. Well, no, you really don't have to add trim around the mirrors, for example, right? But if they staged this home and made each room just pop, especially in the main living areas down there, I think it would sell faster. I think this house would have sold. But we have this bathroom here. It's a little small. And then this is our largest bedroom. Okay. And you kind of see we got some trees going. That tree is actually pretty close to the house. It's a large room. It's not too bad. Again, okay, see, this is nice. Got a walk-in closet, okay. For this house, I thought this is a nice feature. It's not super large, but it'll do. Somebody's probably gonna install their own drawer system over here because we don't have any drawers. But it's not a bad setup. All right, let me go find the basement and let's check it out. Okay, I found the basement here. Let me turn on the light. All right. Okay, let's see. Here we go. All right. Okay, here we go. I like this. This is a cool area. See, we got some exposed brick, okay? That is a feature that people would love. And it kind of says, okay, now we got a little bit of a wow factor, right? We got this bar back here. This is a cool bar, but man, somebody put this beam right in the middle of the bar. So you gotta, how am I gonna get through here? Oh my goodness. Y'all look at this, okay? Look. I don't know who designed that. Okay, but they decided to wrap this big old, and then we gotta get to the sink. So you can't have two people back here because somebody's gonna get trapped in this corner. Yeah, nah, they should have done that better. Okay. I gotta poke fun at these design decisions. I don't know, it seems like there could have been a better way to incorporate that or work around that, okay? I'm not an architect. That is a structural beam, so you can't just move things like that. But Yeah, the design, you probably could have just done without having a bar. Yeah, I don't know. What a concept. Okay, so we have the back of the furnace here. All right, let's see what's back here. And we have this room. Oh, okay, this takes us to what used to be the back door. And I guess it technically still is. Okay, and this takes us to our utility room here. Got the furnace and big old water heater. Okay, I was not expecting this. Little tiny bathroom. All right, there we go. This is pretty cool. Now see, look, now we have some color. We have something we can work with here, okay? You don't feel like you're in a hospital. You know, I wonder why they just didn't do that upstairs, you know? Add a little color. It goes a little ways. And honestly, even if you go with white and you're saying, well, you know, if you're conservative, but you say, let's just add a little bit of color. All right, now we have a room, and this is a room, but it is not a bedroom. Okay, somebody's gonna use it like a bedroom, but it technically is not. It is not legal. And the reason is because I have no other way to get out of this room except through that door. You have to have another door that allows you to get out, or you have to have a window of some sort so I can get out. And that's in case of fire or emergency, some other emergency, you have a second way to get out of there for it to be a legal bedroom. All right, and then we got this closet here. Cedar closet, man, this is cool. It smells good too. I like the smell of that cedar. You bring your wool clothes in here, that way the moths don't eat it up. And what do we have here? Oh, okay, they got some crawl space. All right, you don't see these too often, but got a little crawl space there. Anyway, it's a cool house. I can dig it. Let's go and talk about the numbers. How big is this place? I'll see y'all at the kitchen. Okay, y'all, so what do you think? This house, I kind of get why it's been on the market for a while. I think it's a really good house. It is it's a well-built home. There's a couple things that they missed, and I have a feeling that it's keeping buyers away. First, it's bland, okay? They really should stage this house. They should put some furniture in here, put some artwork on the walls. That brings in color to this house when people are looking at it. And so some of the simplicity of the design doesn't stand out as much. But when it's empty like this, it really felt like a hospital. And it doesn't really excite you. I don't know why they just didn't do this, but they should have changed all the light fixtures so that they matched and they went together as a set instead of having one that clearly was old, one or two of them were old, and then you go to another room and it's a whole different style, and then you go to another room and got a ceiling fan, okay? That doesn't fit anything else in the house. So those are the two major things. Now the kitchen, I have a feeling that's gonna be, it's a hit or miss. You guys let me know what you think. I'm curious what your thoughts are on this home. It probably could have sold. Now, let me see here. I'm over here, like I said, I'm in Potomac Village in Maryland. They are asking $1.795 for this house. $1,795,000. Now, according to the county assessor, it has 4,668 square feet. It has 4 bedrooms and 4.5 bathrooms. And I'm telling you, I don't remember seeing all those bathrooms. I think maybe 1 or 2 of them. Yeah, we had 1 bathroom downstairs. That does make sense. It was tiny, but it was the one that had all the color. So, I don't know. Anyway, the house has been on the market, let's see here, for 106 days. That's a long time for this market. And they actually started at 1.950. So they dropped it a little bit, maybe about 195. Is that right? 105? I can't do the math right now. 155. So You know, they had a little bit of a price drop, but again, I don't know what the comps are in this area at 3,600 square feet. That's $489 a square foot. So we do also have a basement, and this house was built in 1971. It definitely has that 1970s feel, that time period. So no knock there, but you guys let me know what you think. I'm curious. I can't wait to read your feedback on this one because I have a feeling you have a lot to say about it. All right. Anyway, leave a comment. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. And if you don't mind, also share this video with someone else and let, so we can share the love. All right. I appreciate you guys. I'll see you at the next house. Peace.